सो देखते हैं प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन। प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन से इसकी बॉडी इज प्रोजेक्टेड इनटू स्पेस। A body is projected into space. Body is projected into space without motive power of its own. Body is projected into space without motive power of its own, which travels under action of gravity and air resistance. That is called projectile. The motion exhibited by projectile is called projectile motion. The motion exhibited by projectile that is called projectile motion. Motion exhibited by projectile, that is called projectile motion. A body projected into space without motive power of its own, which travels under action of gravity and air resistance, that is called projectile, and motion exhibited by projectile, that is called projectile motion. So different types of projectile motion are there. Different types of projectile motion. Different types of projectile motion are like, first is oblique projectile. Oblique projectile, or body is projected at an acute angle theta. So that is oblique projectile. Next is horizontal projectile. Oblique projectile. Next is horizontal projectile. Oblique projectile, or body is projected at an acute angle theta, that is oblique projectile. Second is horizontal projectile. So these are two different types of projectile are there. Oblique projectile, then horizontal projectile. Oblique projectile says कि body is projected at an acute angle theta, that is oblique projectile. Horizontal projectile says कि body is projected horizontally from a height. So we'll study about this oblique projectile in details, then later on next video we'll study about this horizontal projectile. So first we'll study about oblique projectile. Oblique projectile. Oblique projectile says कि body is projected at an acute angle theta with the horizontal. Body is projected at an acute angle. Body is projected at an acute angle theta with the horizontal. Body is projected at an acute angle theta with the horizontal. that is oblique projectile. Body is projected at an acute angle theta with the horizontal, that is the oblique projectile. This is x, this is y. So body is projected with velocity u. Body is projected with velocity u at an acute angle theta. Body is projected with speed u at an acute angle theta. So its horizontal velocity ux equals to u cos theta. Its horizontal velocity ux equals to u cos theta. Its vertical velocity uy equals to how much? Uy equals to u sin theta. Ux equals to u cos theta, uy equals to u sin theta. So this is xy. So this is ux is u cos theta, uy is u sin theta. Body is projected with velocity u, projected at an acute angle theta. So here ax is 0 and ay equals to minus g. Ax is 0, ay equals to minus g. So we have to find equation of trajectory. Equation of trajectory says कि path followed by projectile is the trajectory. Equation of trajectory says कि path followed by projectile that is called trajectory. Path followed by projectile that is called trajectory. So we have to find equation. A is equals to ut plus half at square. A is equals to ut plus half at square. For horizontal motion, सो देखते हैं क्योंकि ये 2D मोशन है, 2D मोशन मतलब इसका क्या होगा, एक्स एंड वाई दोनों रहेगा. फॉर हॉराइजेंटल मोशन एक्स इक्वल्स टू क्या होगा, एक्स इक्वल्स टू यू एक्स टी प्लस हाफ ए एक्स इंटू टी का स्क्वायर. तो हॉराइजेंटल मोशन के लिए क्या होगा, एक्स इक्वल्स टू यू एक्स टी प्लस जो है हाफ ए एक्स इंटू टी का स्क्वायर. तो एक्स इक्वल्स टू क्या होगा, यू एक्स जो है हमारा क्या है, यू एक्स जो है यू कॉस थीटा इंटू टी. ए एक्स इज 0. टी इक्वल्स टू how much, टी इक्वल्स टू एक्स डिवाइडेड बाई यू कॉस थीटा. टी इक्वल्स टू how much, टी इक्वल्स टू एक्स डिवाइडेड बाई यू कॉस थीटा. दैट इज द टाइम फॉर हॉराइजेंटल मोशन. फॉर वर्टिकल मोशन y equals to uy t plus half ay into t square. Y equals to uy equals to how much, uy is u sin theta into t plus half ay equals to how much, ay equals to minus g into t square. So y equals to how much, y equals to u sin theta, t equals to x by u cos theta minus g by 2, t equals to x by u cos theta whole square. So after solving this, y equals to how much? Y equals to tan theta into x minus z by 2u square cos square theta into x square. So after solving this, y equals to how much? Y equals to tan theta into x. After solving this, y equals to how much? So after solving this equals to y equals to tan theta, y equals to tan theta into x minus z by 2u square cos square theta into x square, which is the equation of parabola. Y equals to tan theta into x minus z by 2u square cos square theta into x square, which is the equation of parabola. Which is the equation of parabola. Which is the equation of parabola. Y equals to tan theta into x minus z by 2u square cos square theta into x square. So that is the y value. So y value is this much. Y equals to tan theta into x minus z by 2u square cos square theta into x square. So that is the equation of trajectory. Next point, time of flight. Next point is time of flight. Time of flight says कि time taken by projectile to cover the flight. That is the time of flight. Time of flight says कि time taken by projectile. Time taken by projectile. Time taken by projectile to cover flight. That is called time of flight. Time taken by projectile to cover the flight. That is the time of flight. Time of flight is represented in terms of capital T. Time taken by projectile to cover the flight, that is the time of flight. So this is x, this is y. Time taken by the projectile to cover the flight, that is the time of flight. Time taken by projectile to cover the flight, that is the time of flight. Body is projected with speed u. Angle of projection is theta. A is equals to how much? A is equals to ut plus half a t square. A is equals to how much? A is equals to ut plus half a t square. As A is equals to ut plus half a t square. So time of flight, we have to find the time of flight. Y equals to uyt plus half ay into t square. Y equals to uyt plus half ay into t square. So here y equals to 0. As y equals to 0, uy equals to how much? Uy equals to u sin theta. U sin theta. Small t equals to capital T plus half ay equals to minus g into t square. So after solving this, t equals to how much? T equals to 2u sin theta divided by g. T equals to how much? T equals to 2u sine theta divided by g. That is the time of flight. Time of flight equals to how much? Time taken by projectile to cover the flight. That is the time of flight. Time taken by projectile to cover the flight. That is the time of flight. So if theta equals to 90 degree, time of flight becomes maximum. Time of flight becomes maximum. Time of flight becomes maximum. Time of flight becomes maximum when theta equals to 90 degree. Time of flight becomes maximum when theta equals to 90 degree. So time of flight equals to how much? 2u sine 90 divided by g. That equals to how much? Equals to 2u divided by g. That is the time of flight. So time of flight says कि time taken by projectile to cover the flight. That is the time of flight. So after time of flight, next is horizontal range, height of rise, then instantaneous velocity. So next we will study horizontal range. Horizontal range. So horizontal range says कि horizontal distance covered by projectile during the flight. That is horizontal range. Horizontal distance covered by projectile. Horizontal distance covered by projectile during its flight. That is called horizontal range. That is the horizontal range. Horizontal distance covered by projectile during the motion. That is the horizontal range. So this is x, this is y. Body is projected with speed u. So angle of projection is theta. Horizontal range is r. So we have to find this horizontal range. So s equals to how much? S equals to ut plus half a t square. S equals to ut plus half a t square. For horizontal motion, x equals to ux into t plus half ax into t square. For horizontal motion, x equals to ux into t plus half ax into t square. So x equals to r. Ux equals to how much? Ux equals to u cos theta. Time is t. Ax is 0. So time equals to how much? Time equals to 2u sine theta divided by g. So r equals to how much? R equals to u square 2 sine theta cos theta sine 2 theta divided by g. R equals to how much? R equals to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. R is the range. R is the horizontal range. R equals to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. R equals to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. R is the horizontal range. So range is maximum when theta equals to 45 degree. Range is maximum when theta equals to 45 degree. Range is maximum when theta equals to 45 degree. So maximum range equals to how much? Maximum range equals to u square sine 2 into 45, that is sine 90 divided by g. So range is maximum range, that is u square divided by g. So that is the maximum range. Maximum range equals to how much? U square divided by g. That is the horizontal range. Time of flight, next is horizontal range, next is height of rise. Time of flight, next is horizontal range, next is height of rise. Next is height of rise. Next is height of rise. Height of rise says ki height of rise says ki maximum height attained by projectile, that is the height of rise. Maximum height attained by projectile. Maximum height attained by projectile, that is called height of rise. Maximum height attained by projectile, that is the height of rise. Maximum height attained by projectile, that is the height of rise. Height of rise is denoted in terms of capital H. Time of flight, horizontal range, next is height of rise. Height of rise says ki maximum height attained by projectile, that is the height of rise. So we can derive height of rise from this expression. So height of rise can also be indicated. This is the maximum height attained by projectile. So this is the height of rise. So this is Vy, this is Uy. We know that V square minus U square equals to 2AS. V square minus U square equals to 2AS. So Vy square minus Uy square equals to twice Ay into Vy square minus Uy square equals to twice Ay into H. At the highest point, this is 0. Uy equals to U sine theta whole square twice Ay equals to how much? Ay equals to minus G. Height is H. H equals to how much? H equals to U square sine square theta divided by 2G. H equals to how much? H equals to U square sine square theta divided by 2G. H equals to U square sine square theta divided by 2G. H equals to how much? H equals to U square sine square theta divided by 2G. That is the height of rise. H equals to U square sine square theta divided by 2G. So height of rise becomes maximum when theta equals to 90 degree. Height of rise becomes maximum. Height of rise becomes maximum. Height of rise becomes maximum when theta equals to how much? When theta equals to 90 degree. So H equals to how much? H equals to U square sine square theta sine 90 square divided by 2G. So that is the height of rise. So height of rise equals to how much? Equals to u square sine 90 divided by 2g. That is the height of rise. Time of flight, horizontal range. Next is height of rise. So h by r equals to 1 by 4 tan theta. H by r equals to how much? H by r equals to 1 by 4 tan theta. H by r equals to 1 by 4 tan theta. H by r. H by r equals to 1 by 4 tan theta. Height of rise to horizontal range. Next is height of rise ratio for complementary angle. Height of rise ratio. Height of rise ratio for complementary angle. Height of rise ratio for complementary angle. So height of rise ratio for complementary angle, h1 divided by h2. So height of rise ratio for complementary angle, h1 by h2. H equals to how much? H equals to u square sine square theta divided by 2g. H equals to u square sine square theta divided by 2g, whole divided by h2 equals to u square sine square 90 minus theta sine square 90 minus theta divided by 2g. That equals to u square cancel, 2g cancel, sine square theta divided by cos square theta. So that is tan square theta. h1 by h2 equals to how much? h1 by h2 equals to tan square theta. Height of rise equals to complementary angle, h1 by h2 equals to how much? h1 by h2 equals to tan square theta. h1 by h2 equals to tan square theta. Height of rise ratio for the complementary angle. So next is instantaneous velocity. Next is instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity says ki velocity at any instant of time. That is instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity says ki velocity at any instant of time. Velocity at any instant of time. Velocity at any instant of time. That is called instantaneous velocity. Velocity at any instant of time, that is the instantaneous velocity. Velocity at any instant of time, that is the instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity can also be represented as instantaneous velocity can also be represented as, at this instant this horizontal velocity is vx, vertical velocity is vy. This velocity is vx, this is vy, and this is the resultant velocity. So this is beta angle. Instantaneous velocity. Velocity at any instant of time, that is the instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity, that is velocity at any instant of time. Instantaneous velocity. So v equals to how much? V equals to u plus 80. V equals to u plus 80. V equals to u plus 80. Vx equals to how much? Vx equals to ux plus ax into t. V equals to u plus at, so Vx equals to how much? Ux plus Ax into t. Ux is u cos theta. So Ux is u cos theta, that is Vx. Similarly, Vy equals to uy plus ay into t. Vy equals to uy is u sin theta minus gt. So Vx is u cos theta, Vy equals to u sin theta minus gt. So we have to find the resultant velocity. So we have to find resultant velocity. Resultant velocity equals to how much? Resultant velocity equals to Vx square plus Vy square root over resultant velocity V equals to Vx square plus Vy square root over. So that is u cos theta whole square plus u sin theta minus gt whole square root over. That is the resultant velocity. So that is the resultant velocity. V equals to Vx square plus Vy square. Tan beta equals to how much? Tan beta equals to Vy divided by Vx. Vy equals to how much? Vy equals to u sin theta minus gt divided by Vx. Vx is u cos theta. That is tan beta. Tan beta equals to u sin theta minus gt divided by u cos theta. U sin theta minus gt divided by u cos theta. That is instantaneous velocity. Velocity at any instant of time, that is instantaneous velocity. Tan beta equals to Vy by Vx, or this is u sin theta minus gt divided by u cos theta. That is instantaneous velocity. So question is given. Question is given कि cricket ball is thrown at a speed of 28 meter per second. Cricket ball is thrown at a speed 28 meter per second in a direction 30 meter above horizontal. Calculate maximum height. Time taken by ball to return. Bid C. The distance from the thrower distance from the thrower to the point where ball returns to the same level. So answer. First bit says कि cricket ball is thrown at a speed of 28 meter per second in a direction 30 meter above the horizontal. 30 degree above horizontal. So angle of inclination is given, that is 30 degree, and projection speed is given, that is 28 meter per second. So we have to find maximum height. So h equals to how much? H equals to u square sine square theta. So that is u square sine square theta divided by 2g. That is the height. So 28 square sine 30 square divided by 2g. After solving, h equals to how much? H equals to 10 meter. After solving, h equals to how much? H equals to 10 meter. H equals to 10 meter. So second, time taken by the ball to return. So that is the time of flight. T equals to 2u sine theta divided by g. T equals to 2u sine theta divided by g. 2u is 28 sine theta. Theta is sine 30 divided by g. G is 10. So after solving, t equals to how much? T equals to how much? T equals to 2.9 second. T equals to 2.9 second. That is the time. Time t equals to how much? T equals to 2.9 second. Third bit. The distance from the thrower to the point where the ball returns to the same level. That means range. Range equals to how much? Range equals to u cos theta into t. Range we can find, that is u cos theta into t. So u equals to how much? 28 cos 30 into time. Time is there, that is 2.9. So after solving this, r equals to 69 meter. That is the range. So that is the height, maximum height, that is the time, this is the range. Range equals to 69 meter.